They don't care about your excuses. They don't care how hard it is. They don't care what you are going through. The world keep moving, and the harsh truth is, if you don't get up and move with it, you will get left behind. You can cry, complain, and collapse, but time won't pause to comfort you. Life is ruthless that way. And in this cold, indifferent world, the quicker you accept this truth, the stronger you become. You keep waiting for support, sympathy, or understanding, but listen, nobody's coming to save you. The applause doesn't come just because you tried. Success doesn't care how tired you are. Life rewards actions, not intentions. You feel stuck? Focus. You feel ignored? Work in silence. You feel broken? Rebuild in private. Because the world only claps for finished products, not half built efforts. We grow up believing that people care, that friends, family, and even strangers will always be there when you are struggling, that they'll understand our pain, that they'll support us through our darkest days. It's a comforting belief, one that gives us the illusion of safety and connection. But then life happened, reality hits, slowly we begin to understand a hard truth. Most people are too busy with their own life to truly care about ours. It's not because they are evil or heartless, it's just how the world works. Everyone is fighting their own silent battles, wrestling with their own demons, carrying their own weights. Because of that, your pain, no matter how deep, often goes unnoticed. Your tears are unseen, your silent cries echo only in your mind. You can post your heartbreak online, or maybe you will get a few likes, a couple of stay strong comments, but then people scroll past. They move on. You left with your pain alone. And that's not only just online, it's the same in real life. You might open up to someone, share your burden, and they might nod sympathetically for a minute, maybe even give you a hug, but their life won't stop for you. They go back to their problems, their to do list, their distractions. That conversation, which may have meant everything to you, is just a passing moment in their day. This realization can be crushing at first. It feels cold, it feels unfair, but there is the power hidden in this truth. When you accept that nobody truly cares about your excuses, your delays, your fear, or your pain the way that you do, you stop waiting. You stop waiting for someone to understand. You stop hoping someone will come and lift you up. You stop searching for validation, support, and helping hand. And in that moment, you awaken something furious within you. You start becoming self reliant. You start building your life with your own hand, brick by brick, scar by scar, without looking over your shoulder to see who is watching. You begin to realize that everything you want, success, healing, peace, purpose, is within your control. It won't come just because you have suffered enough or because life owes you. Life owes you nothing. That's a lesson we never fully accepted. And that's why they remain stuck, waiting for external help, recognition, or approval. But if you can move past that need, if you can stop needing anyone to care in order for you to care about yourself, then you start operating on a whole new level. You stop posting for sympathy, you stop talking for attention, you stop proving your worth to anyone else. You go quiet and you start doing the work, not because people are watching, not because you need applause, but because you know you were meant for more. And in that silence, something begins to grow: discipline, resilience, focus. You begin to feel it. The shift from waiting to working, from hoping to building. That is what chapter 1 is about. You shattering the illusion that the world will carry you and replace it with the realization that you must carry yourself. The freedom, the strength, the independence that comes from truly letting go of the need to be cared for is what transforms you. It's what turns pain into power, isolation into focus, and disappointment into drive. But that's only because they were comfortable with the version of you who was always available, always explaining, always compromising your peace for their comfort. And when you stop doing that, you disrupt their pattern. You become unpredictable, unreachable, unbothered, not because you have stopped caring, but because you have started caring about yourself more. That's a level of maturity that many talk about, but few actually live. It requires boundaries, it requires saying no without guilt. It requires prioritize your healing over their opinion, and it requires choosing long-term peace over temporary satisfaction. When you master that level of self-awareness and control, you no longer need validation. You no longer need people to like you, agree with you, or even stay in your life. You understand that not everyone is meant to go where you are going. Some people were only chapters, not the whole stories. And that's okay, because your story doesn't depend on who stays, it depends on who you become. When you finally decide to focus on your life and stop depending on the approval, attention, or support of others, you begin to understand just how much potential you have been wasting. You start to see how much time you gave away waiting for someone to cheer for you, to notice you, to believe in you, to give you the green light you never needed in the first place. That's when you realize that the greatest mistake people make is trying their growth to someone else's presence. They delay their progress because they think they need more support, more applause, more permission. But the truth is, the most dangerous version of you is the one who learned to move without it, the one who claps for themselves, the one who walk alone, not out of bitterness, but out of clarity. Because at the end of the day, no one will care about your vision like you do. No one is going to carry your dream for you. It's your burden, your responsibility, your mission, and yes, it will get lonely. Yes, it will get discouraging. Yes, you will feel overlooked and undervalued. But that's part of the process. That's where you earn your strength. That's where you develop your endurance. That's where you build the kind of self belief that cannot be shaken by silence, rejection, or betrayal. People will leave, people will misunderstand you, people will doubt you, but if you stay focused, ruthlessly focused on becoming the person you were meant to be, nothing can stop you. The one who make it in life are not the most talented or the most liked or the most lucky. They are the most consistent. They are the one who showed up every single day even when no one noticed. They are the one who keep building when no one clapped. They are the one who believed in their worth even when other only saw their flaws. That kind of mindset cannot be bought. It cannot be faked. It earned in the dark, behind doors, through discipline, pain, and persistence. And once you have built that internal drive, you become untouchable. You stop chasing, begging, and needing. You start creating, moving, and becoming. You no longer need everyone to see you. You need to see yourself. You need to wake up with a sense of urgency, not because someone told you to do, but because you respect yourself enough to do what need to be done. You no longer need validation from people who don't understand your journey. Their opinion become background noise. Their judgment becomes irrelevant because your focus is no longer external, it's internal. And when you live that way, everything changes. You stop wasting time, you stop complaining, you stop make excusing, you stop living on pause and start pressing play every single day regardless of who notices. And eventually the results speak. Not right away, not instantly, but they come slowly. Then all at once, the discipline, the solitude, the sacrifice, they start to show. And those who doubted you, they either disappear or act like they always believed in you. But by then, you won't care because you won't be doing it for them. You will be doing it for the version of you that refused to quit, for the version of you that kept showing in the silence, for the version of you that carried dreams no one else could see and had the courage to protect them at all cost. You realize that the biggest revenge is not proving people wrong, it's proving yourself right. It's building the life they said you couldn't, not to spite them, but to honor the fire in you that wouldn't go out. Even when the world tried to blow it out, comes a point in life when you must stop blaming distractions, setbacks, or other people's and take full ownership of where you are. Excuses are comfortable, they protect your ego, soften the blow of failure, and give you someone else to point the finger at. But excuses are also anchors. They keep you stuck in the same cycle, repeating the same pattern, wondering why nothing changes. The moment you realize that your life is entirely your responsibility is the moment everything shifts. You stop waiting, you stop wishing, you stop complaining, and you start building, fixing, moving forward with intensity and intention. No one is coming to save you, no one coming to do it for you. And honestly, nobody cares how hard your past was. What matters now is what you are doing about it. Take responsibility is hard. It means admitting that maybe you didn't try hard enough, maybe you were not as consistent as said you were, maybe you let fear dictate your decisions. It stings. But that kind of honesty is necessary because without it, you will keep repeating cycles, pointing fingers, and staying stuck. When you finally stop hiding behind reasons and start standing in your truth, even if it's uncomfortable, you take your power back. You begin to move with purpose. You begin to make real changes, not surface level changes that look good to others, but deep foundational changes that alter the trajectory of your life. The world is not against you, but it also not going to pause for you. Life moves on, whether you rise or fall, whether you take action or make excuses. And the people who win are not always the smartest, the most connected, or the most talented. They are the one who take full responsibility of their outcomes. They understand that blaming the economy, their parents, their bosses, or their past won't change their future. They stop saying, why me? And start saying, what now? That mindset shift is everything. It changes how you see challenges. It changes how you face fear. It changes how you show up every single day. Most people never get what they want out of life because they never take control of their decisions. They let emotion run the show. They let opinion influence their moves. They let failures paralyze them. But growth demands courage. It demands you get brutally honest with yourself. Are you really trying? Are you really focused? Are you really giving it your all? If not, then don't expect result. Don't expect progress and don't expect anyone else to feel sorry for you. Everyone's got problems. Everyone's dealing with something, but the people who level up are the one who use their pain as a fuel, not a crutch. It's not about being perfect. It's about being real. Being real with yourself when you are slacking. Being real about the habits that are hurting you. Being real about the relationship that are draining you. And the most importantly, being real about the life you say you want versus the effort you are actually giving. Take responsibility means no more hiding, no more blaming, no more waiting for someone else to give you permission. You decide now, you commit now, and you execute now. Because the more you delay, the more you drift. And the more you drift, the harder it becomes to find your way back. Eventually, you will see that everything you want, discipline, success, peace, growth, it all begins with you. Not your boss, not your family, not your friend, you. The life you want is built by the choices you make every day, day by day, when no one is watching, the effort you give when no one is applauding, the standard you hold yourself to when it would be easier to compromise. That's what separates the dreamers from the doers. The one who hope from the ones who execute. It's never been about luck. It always been about ownership. There is a silent strength in those who stop explaining themselves, not because they have nothing to say, but because they have realized that real power doesn't require permission or validation.